Today I had a large order for my Super Jumbo Blueberry Muffins, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to turn on the camera and bring my friends with me. Hi, my name's Angela, and I'm the Inquisitive Farm Wife. I sure hope that you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to add in my dry ingredients first. Put it in my flour, my baking soda, and my baking powder. Now I'm going to add some salt. I prefer the pink Himalayan sea salt, but any salt works. And I want to whisk this together so that you don't have a clump of just baking soda and baking powder, anything like that, salt. You do not want to take a bite of that. So we want to make sure it's incorporated good. Using an oversized bowl, we can make sure to really stir it up good. Tuck that away and grab out my bowl for my wet ingredients. I'm going to grab my butter and I'm going to microwave it for a bit. Get it good and soft. Vegetable oil. So a third a cup times 8 is 8/3. Almost 3 cups. So it looks like 2 2/3 cups. You add the sugar in with the wet ingredients. Even though it seems dry, sugar turns liquid when heated, so it's considered a wet. Okay, now it's melted, but once I stir it, it'll just become kind of a soft liquid butter. It won't be really hot. Tip about your eggs is have them at room temperature. I'm going to kind of try to break up the yolks real quick. Grab my big old whisk and get the eggs mixed in. Look at that beautiful yellow color. Nothing like farm fresh. Okay, now the eggs are mixed in real well. We're gonna get our sour cream ready. This is the best gadget for this kind of stuff. Whoops. Stuff just comes out so much easier. It's especially for like peanut butter. And you can see if there's any air bubbles going on. Man, I'm making a mess today. Put this in the fridge because we've had it sitting out just a little bit. And our milk. And let's not forget the vanilla. How much do we need of this? Maybe a little extra. Okay, this is where mussels are definitely needed. We've got to combine the two now. So I had accidentally dropped my phone into the water when I was cleaning up, and so we're going to be voiceover from this point out. My microphone, it just sounds very bad because it hadn't had a chance to dry out, so we'll do it like this. And all I'm doing here is just folding these ingredients together. You want to start from the bottom, work your way up, and just continue to do that until things are incorporated, and eventually you can get out your whisk and start getting out some of the bigger lumps. It's okay to have a lumpy dough. You want a wet, shaggy dough for muffins. You do not want to overmix. That could make them too dry, and nobody wants that. Now it's time to go ahead and we're just going to clean this dough up real quick and grab the blueberries and get started adding those in. And my little trick for you today is, remember back when I was doing the flour, I had put an extra cup in a bowl here because I'm going to measure out my blueberries and put them in that flour. When you coat your frozen blueberries in flour first, it will help them to not sink down to the bottom, and they'll incorporate into your dough so much better. And then when you add those blueberries to that dough, make sure you do not mix them in. You are literally folding them in. You just want to kind of incorporate that little bit of flour, and you just want to make sure they're evenly dispersed, and then you are done. Do not overmix at this point. It is very important. We're going to let that dough rest for a bit while we work on the next project. Go ahead and get that oven preheated at this point. So next we're going to be making our very own jumbo muffin cup liners. I've never found one that I liked, so I found these 8-inch round parchment sheets that are pre-cut. If I take a cup and I try to put it down in the middle the best I can, and I push around and around both ways, making a nice pressed muffin cup. And then I have the perfect little cupcake liner. And I'll do that for all my pans while the dough is resting. Has rested. I have all the muffin tins ready and my big old scoop. I'm going to start out by putting one big scoop. Oh, the oven's preheated. In each muffin tin, or each muffin cup. Isn't that pretty with that blueberry swirl? Now, an option was to add cinnamon, but not everybody likes cinnamon, and I found that some people are actually allergic to it. So I opted to leave it out on this particular batch because it's going to go to lots of different people. So it's been a while since I had done the muffins. I kind of forgot that you can actually fit 1.5 scoops in each of these muffin tins. And so I went back through and I added that 1/2 scoop. I may have accidentally overfilled a few, but you know what? It's okay. A couple more things left to do here. I've gathered some more blueberries. Just because there's a little flower here, I might try to coat them, but it's not necessary. What you want to do is just put a few on the top of each muffin. And then the thing that's going to make these really special is to sprinkle on some large granulated sugar. A good pinch on each one. And then off into the oven they'll go to get baked, and we'll bring them out on the cooling rack to cool. Oh my goodness. Whew. They got a little bigger than I thought they might. I'm known for my Super Jumbo Muffins. Oh, yum. And they definitely are going to live up to my expectations. Forgotten to film the part where I took this tool, which is a cake tester, and I did check to make sure we were done. And you can clearly see in all the muffins that it comes out clean. But now it is time to start pulling these out of, pull them out of the, I'm going to start with the easier ones. We're going to pull them out of the individual tins here. These are what ideally, these are what I like them to look like. This would be perfect for me. Looks like we missed starting, but what I've done here is I've got treat bags. They're ready for food. They're safe for food. And although these have had a chance to cool, I want to go ahead and I will put each of these in an individual bag before we close them up, because I want to make sure that there's not any extra moisture. If you bag it too soon and it's still a little warm on the inside and you don't realize it, then there could be humidity. So it'll take me a few minutes to get through all these. And while I do that, I'll leave these bags open so they have just a few more minutes to get cool before I seal them up. So next we're gonna label them, and what I did is I took business cards and I put on there, on the business cards I have what it is, and then on the back the ingredients. My printer was not playing along very well, but it looks rustic this way, so I'm okay with it. And I took a hole punch, just one of those tiny small ones, and now I'm going to take some of this yarn like string And I'll take it and we're gonna tie it around the muffin. We're gonna tie it around the bag here. And I want to go ahead and tie both ways, making sure I get a good seal. Pull that string right through there. I'll make another knot in there, maybe, so that the label will stay in place where I want it. And then I'll throw a cute bow on there. Probably trim it up a little, but here it is. Okay, I almost always do a taste test, and I had a little that kind of overflowed. It's supper time here, but even if I wasn't hungry, these are delicious. Try this recipe, friends. Try it. Stained blueberry fingers, it's worth it.